Oh, there you are, YouTube. Do. Subscribe if you're interested, but also no pressure. Hey, today we're going to watch that new Superman trailer, and I thought I'd wear a shirt to sort of showcase the event. Normally I'd wear just like my Superman shirt, but I feel like I wear that all the time for Superman-related content, so I thought I might wear this one here, Justice League. None of these other people are in the movie, though. At least I don't think so. Batman, no. Flash, no. We have other people like a Green Lantern. The guy with the T on his head. I don't know who that is. Did I see Hawkman or Hawkgirl or something like that? Because, here's the thing. I already watched the trailer. But, you know what? I should have pulled it up here. I watched the trailer, but I kind of want to talk about it. I want to talk about the trailer. So let me just pull it up. Here it is. Give it that old-fashioned full screen. And I can't really... what am I trying to say? I can't really show the video. I've done that before, and I don't know. It made me like blur it out and stuff. Did I say interview, or did she say interview? I can't show the whole video. You know what I'm saying? All right, so... right here, we start off in Metropolis. There is Lois Lane and Superman. And what they're doing is conducting an interview. He looks like Clark at this time, but he is going to let Lois interview him as Superman. So it's interesting to see Clark dressed as Clark, but then he is taking on Superman right here in this. You know, his voice, what he's saying, all of that is Superman, where what we're seeing him wearing is Clark Kent, right? But he's not wearing the glasses, though, so he's sort of in an in-between stage. Thought that was cool. So, they are conducting an interview, and it sounds like, from what we hear, Superman prevented a war from happening. Lots of people were going to die, and he prevented a war. But in doing that, he's coming under a lot of criticism because, you know, to do something like that, you have to break laws because supposedly, like, Superman's an American, right? And he's illegally entering countries or something, and people are thinking this is bad, and look how he's being treated. People are yelling at him. This person's about to throw something at his head. So it's not like he is a well-loved character, at least by some. In this film. I love that he has the curl so much. Looks like the Pentagon is a little upset with him. And he's like, hey, in this interview, he's like, I stopped a war from happening. Why aren't people thanking me? I'm being a good person. But the thing is, you know, we have laws. We have laws and stuff like that. And that's what Lois is saying. And you know, she's like, hey, you know, I have to ask these questions. You know, it's like she understands, okay, you're doing good things, but we have a process of getting those good things done, right? And you're bypassing that. So it's vigilantism in a way, right? Except for it's like the bright, sunny kind rather than the dark, shadowy kind like Batman, right? So yeah, we get some war imagery. Superman looked like he's maybe stopping some stuff. Then we see him in the city. It looks like he's getting arrested. I'm not fully sure who we're looking at. Is that guy in the Suicide Squad? Who is that? I don't know. I don't know who this is. They have a U on them. This person right here we see later in the trailer, and it's like she turns her hands into like saw blades or something, and she's like cutting up all of his Fortress of Solitude robots. It's wild. So yeah, Superman and Lois. Superman is sort of like confronting Lois, like, why are you asking me these types of questions? And she's like, again, we have a process, buddy. So let's see. She says the word, you didn't consult the president before getting in on this war activity. And then when she says president, guess who shows up? Whoosh! Beast from the X-Men. So there's a little crossover happening here. Marvel and DC finally getting that crossover we've all hoped for. Beast is the president in this universe, which is very cool. Just kidding. Of course, that's Lex Luthor. Beast is my favorite X-Men character. This is cool. Beast is my favorite Marvel character. Superman is my favorite DC character. Both are in this movie. Kind of. This hair right here, I feel like whenever it does this, like it's supposed to be in here, but when it's doing this, I feel like it makes me look extra bald. Extra bald. It's like, hey, comb over. I think they were supposed to cut this and they didn't. Okay. Yeah, so Lois is all like, you are representative. You act like you're a representative of the United States. And he's like, hey, I'm just trying to save people. We got buildings falling, and he's like, I'm doing good things. I saved this girl from a bunch of like air tanks, gas tanks, whatever, helium tanks. I saved her. I keep buildings from falling down. I battled giant monsters. I like Cyclops is also in this universe. Very cool. We got Beast and Cyclops. I'm just so glad that we're finally getting this crossover happening. And he's trying to stop Cyclops from destroying this skyscraper here. I'm kidding. I'm joking. And yeah, he's kind of losing his cool in this interview. He's losing his cool. Check this out. I'll show you. I'll go back and show you. He says, people were going to die, and I saved them. And if it weren't for me, they would have died. So why are people thanking me? Instead, I'm getting in trouble. But again, we have a process. It's like easier said than done. Who knows what I was doing right there? If you tell me in the comments, I appreciate it. I do. We got Superman like falling and hurt, and then a crowd is coming around him and being like, Superman, are you okay? Are you okay? Are you okay? You mess with Superman, you mess with Metropolis. You remember that in Spider-Man 2? You mess with Spider-Man, you mess with all of New York, or something like that. I feel like that's kind of what's going on here with Superman. They see him hurt and they're like, you know what? No, let's help. The citizens are here for you, bud. Superman, what's he doing? He's flying through the sky, and it looks like, oh, right here. I'm going to show this little bit right here. Tiny. Because this is cool. Because also we have the John Williams score playing over this, right? The John Williams score is playing over this, updated, but it's just awesome because I love that score is now Superman's. Like, it wasn't that movie. It wasn't that that version, the Christopher Reeves and Brandon Routh. It wasn't just that. It is now Superman. And I love that. It's like, if you hear that, it is Superman. It's like it's as synonymous with Superman as the S on his chest. And I love that. But here, check this out. So in that style of font, right? That style, which is obviously from the Richard Donner film, but this has nothing to do with the Richard Donner film, as far as I know. And it's just cool that they bring that back too. So that gave me goosebumps when I saw that. I thought that was amazing. Fortress of Solitude be growing. Here, check this out. This is old Knives Lady right here. Look at her hand. See how it's going to turn into a radial saw. Whee! And of course we got Crypto right there looking all cute. I'm really excited to see how he's introduced in all of this. Scroll Saw is in there in the Fortress of Solitude, just like taking down these robots. Zoom, zoom, like Superman's nurses or whatever. Oh, dang. I'm looking at Lex Luthor walking into the Fortress of Solitude right now. He's taking off his glasses. He is upset. He's like, Superman is not a man. He is an it. Superman's out here saving people from kaiju. It's just wonderful. He's giving Lois a hug. Crazy things are happening. Oh my gosh, this is the part that will bring a tear to your eye. A tear to your eye. Oh, man, I don't know if this would have made me tear up if I wasn't a dad, but being a dad, certain things will make you tear up, like this right here. We're gonna get little toddler Superman running to Jonathan Kent. Check it out right there. And then boom, cut to Jonathan Kent as an old man. Oh gosh. Oh, that was a rough scene to watch. I got goosebumps right here. Check them out. Goosebumps, made me tear up the first time I watched it. And then he hugs his dad. And then we get more of that Richard Donner film text. Then the guy who is like has a T on his face shows up. And who's that? Who's this dude right here? Right there. I don't know who that is. He looks like a ghoul of some sort. Looks like he's made out of a lot of different materials. Kind of like old dude from Ang Lee's Hulk. Man, Superman's getting beat up here. Oh man, but he is flying. Okay, so yeah, okay, that's right. So I was talking about some of the Justice League and such in here. And here we have Green Lantern, Hot Girl, and T-Face. What's T-Face's name? Help me with that. I knew it at one point when I first saw him or heard he was going to be in the movie. So when I say Superman is my favorite, I obviously don't know a lot about Superman. I know the Donner films pretty well. I know the Brandon Routh film very well. I used to read the comics during the New 52. I have a lot of pictures and imagery. Didn't read this stuff, but in comics when he had the mullet in the, what was that, early 90s, maybe late 80s, somewhere around there. Had that a puzzle with that. And Smallville. So I don't know everything about Superman, and I've gone to the Superman celebration in Metropolis, Illinois. Well, I guess I've only gone to the celebration once, but I've been to Metropolis, Illinois, and, stopped there multiple times. And I set a Guinness World Record. I'm world record holder, participant in the most people ever dressed as Superman in a single area. And that happened in Metropolis, Illinois. That was set, and I was a part of that. So yeah, let's keep going here. And then we got the Superman flag that goes up. Superman is fighting in some sort of sports stadium. Lex Luthor is pissed. I'm not fully sure how I feel about the casting of Jonathan and Martha. It's not like they are... What is that? What's going on with my phone right there? It's not like I'm against the casting, but I feel like they don't quite match all of the other casting that I've seen of them. Like there's just something a little different, and I can't even pinpoint it, but it's like a fully different look or something like that, vibe, feel. But as long as they have those Midwest values, I'm here for it. Midwest is best. Kaiju. A little bit of more of that Green Lantern, Hot Girl. Have we seen Jimmy Olsen in this? I don't know. Man, this is pretty cool. And then we got people pulling out cell phones, videoing Superman, and then what do we get at the end? We get that wonderful S. I'm pretty excited about this. And then I think it cuts back to the interview, maybe for a little joke or something like that, if I recall. Yeah, oh yeah, Lois Lane's like, wait, you have a dog? And he's like, yeah, I got a dog. So yeah, I'm excited for it. I'm hyped for it. I love Superman. I know for Man of Steel, I was first in line to see that at my theater. For a midnight showing, and I showed up around noon, and me and my wife were the only people standing there for hours. But I was the first person there, and it was actually, I don't know. I like that movie a lot, but I also have issues with it. To me, Superman Returns is my favorite, which I know I'm rare in that, I think. But still, Superman's my favorite. DC superhero. He wasn't always. It was Batman until I watched the movie Angus. Watch the movie Angus if you don't like Superman. Oh, wait, no, sorry. sorry, what am I trying to say? I'm messing this story up. I saw the movie Angus because I think I was kind of apathetic, or maybe I liked Superman best, I don't know. But I saw the movie Angus, and that movie made me dislike Superman, not like him. But then I watched Superman Returns and then loved him. And I realized that George C. Scott in the movie Angus is wrong, but I still love that movie. Anyway, what do you think? Are you excited? Do you think James Gunn's gonna knock it out of the park? Are you anti this film? Are you more of a Zack Snyder guy and you're a person and you're, just kind of, would rather see that happen? I think that would have been cool if that could have gone on. Honestly, what I would have wanted, both happening at the same time. But anyway, I'm hyped, I'm excited, and I'd love to know what you think, and perhaps we'll see you tomorrow for more Pure Hangout.